Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, well, a couple of you are new. Thank you for being here. I am Nisian and this is Nisian's Journal. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that have been liking, sharing, and commenting on my most recent video. In today's video, we will be talking about the required documents you will need to get started when you choose or decide to buy land in Jamaica. Now, guys, this is going to be a quick video. I'm just going through the documents that you're going to need to get started. And the first topic is going to be identification. You're going to see me looking down because I have my handy dandy book that I'm going to be looking at because I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. So the first thing was driver's license, passport, birth certificate, TRN. Proof of residency is required for persons who are not citizens of the country where they live and work. And some banks ask for a social security number. For me, I'm married and my name is hyphenated. When I was doing this process, I did not have my TRN was not in my name, in my married name. So I had to get that done through my lawyer, thank God. And then for NIS, one day I was visiting Jamaica. It was just a quick change. I had the marriage certificate. I had the marriage certificate. So all I had to do was go into NIS and show them the proof of that, my old NIS, and they just printed out a new NIS card and gave it to me. So that was very easy. So if you're married, your name is hyphenated, or your last name is completely changed, make sure that your documents all match because when you're going through the process, that's the same name that you have to use throughout. So make sure that your name depends everything. I personally did not need my Jamaican passport to do anything, but because of the struggles I faced when it came on to the fact that I'm married and my name is hyphenated, I decided to go ahead and add my married name in my Jamaican passport. That was a process, but I still got it done because in the future, if I'm going to need any form of identification, I can either use my US passport, I can use my Jamaican passport. Employment or income verification. For the employment part, we both needed employment letters and last 3 to 6 months consecutive pay slips. So again, I was part-time slash pool for the company I work for. So I have to show proof that I was making money. While Ryan, he had a set schedule, set pay slip. So his thing was easier than mine. So for me, I basically showed like 6 months of, consecutive income. Ryan showed the same because I was doing it. I said, let me just do it for Ryan as well. And it depends on the person you're working with. They will ask you whether they need 3 or 6 months. But for the most part, most banks ask for between 3 to 6 months of consecutive pay slips. For the W-2, they ask for the last 3 years. So for me, I live in Florida and I had somebody somewhere else that was doing my taxes. So I didn't have all my documents. So I went on the IRS website, and the IRS website has all of your not W-2, but like your transcripts. And that is also acceptable in our experience. It was acceptable. So we were able to go on the IRS website and get the transcript and submit those. Also, one of the banks that we had asked information from, they asked us to fill out an income and expenditure form. So an income and expenditure form, let me see if I could find it. It was VMBS. And it would have looked like something like this. It was VMBS, but they wanted you to fill out this form. And that was too much. So I didn't go with VMBS because they had a couple of documents that we needed to fill out and it was a lot of paperwork. And at the end of the day, you never even know if the will go see or not. So me not even did bother deal with VMBS when it comes on to that. That was just too much paperwork. So me let that be. They may ask you for personal bank statements for the last 6 months, loan statements for the last 6 months. So if you have a personal loan or you have a house loan, in our situation, we have a house loan. So they ask us for the last 6 months statements, proof of liabilities. So they wanted status letters for existing loans and also credit card statements, proof of assets. So if you own your motor vehicle, they'll ask for the title or a copy of the title or real estate that you own, investment account statements and saving account statements. So that was a lot of like the bank and all of the stuff. Basically, they're just looking at your what your assets are and what your liabilities are. Additionally, with credit reports, they will require you to print that off from like Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian. And then also they want the recent credit report from the Credit Info Jamaica. So once you find your property that you want to buy and you've gone through the process with your lawyer and your seller's lawyer and all of that thing, and you are now ready to purchase your property, before they can release any funds to the seller, they're going to have some documents. Some of the documents that they require are valuation report, surveyor's report. They are going to need a copy of title for property being purchased. They're going to need a current certificate of payment of property taxes, a copy of signed sales agreement, deposit, receipt. So whatever deposit you put down, they need a receipt of that. And also a JPS, I think it's NWC and JPS letters. They're going to need both of those things. And yeah, I think that is it. If I leave off anything, comment down, correct me, because I may have forgotten something. But for the most part, these are all the documents that we were required to submit in order to start the process. And these are the last few that we had to submit after. And the lawyer is going to put together a nice little, email and send it over to the bank for you. So it's not like you're gathering all these information and sending it to the bank. The lawyer is helping you with all of that. So, yeah, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. And I'm wishing you guys all the best in your land buying process. I can't wait to be welcome back home. Bye.